who can do. Those who can't talk about those who can. Now, can you or can you not? Or you just want to sit on the sideline and talk about other people, or can you step up?
What's up, good people? Mark Holmes here, and as always, I want to say thank you all for watching, commenting, subscribing, and being part of the Jobu Sports Report. Without you guys, as well as you ladies, you know that this literally does not work. Hope everybody's having a great Sunday. My wife's got me doing all kinds of stuff around the house. You know you're in trouble when she's walking around with a tape measure or says, "Hey, what do you think?" Oh, no, no, it's the honey-do list. Ah, shit. Can't I just relax on this Sunday? No, you can't. And she's kind of run out, so I've run up here to go ahead and do some work and stuff. And I wanted to talk to my best buddy here, Game Time Brian. Game Time, how you doing today, man? Are you rested?
I'm doing good, Mark.
Are you rested?
Good, brother.
Man, you looked rough yesterday. When
thanks, man. I appreciate it.
You looked tired as shit.
I was tired. Listen, it was the week that caught up with me. You know, every day going. Oh, I got to go home. I got to work. And I've worked late a few of the days.
Yeah.
A lot of these young people don't want to show up to work. So, you know, the old guys have to, you know, pick up the slack and then come home and then
and then you did the whole Wrestling Mania last night, man.
Yeah. And then we did that. That was, that was fun. We got like 1,300 views, which was fun. The first time I'd ever done it, but it was a way to do something different. Take our mind off of the Dallas Cowboys just for a few hours, and we're doing it again tonight. So,
don't let Jerry Jones hear that.
What's that?
Don't let Jerry Jones hear that you're taking.
Listen, man, go do something then. Stop sitting on your money and investing $100 million of your money into Comstock and not putting it back into the football field. Not to mention, Mark, I don't know. Me and you haven't even talked about it. You know that they've upped their the 300 level seats 10%, and other level there was. The lower level, 15%.
I didn't know that.
They are upping their seating prices. Now, I ask you, season ticket holder. I mean, it was the upper level that went up. So if you sit in the nosebleed, you got a 15% hike. The 300 level was a 10%. All the lower, more expensive seats, no, I've never been there. I think they're all expensive. I don't want to get off the reservation, but they're sitting on their money. So I took a few hours to watch a little rest. So whatever.
Okay.
We'll have to do a video on that.
Well, we have 2.5 weeks from now. We have the draft, and we'll be there. And I can't wait to broadcast. I'm going to start.
Walked down the car today. I went by the spot.
Nice.
So, yeah.
Okay. Yeah. We got the reservations for the hotel and everything else. All we got to do is get there. But I have not talked much about the draft. I am truth in advertising. I don't know the players. I don't have time. Sorry. You passed it on to me. I don't have enough time to go through with all of the different college players and stuff. I wish I did, but like you, I got my day job. I don't know how you do it, but we know about some of the 30 visits, and we know the Cowboys typically like to draft guys that they know that they've brought in from those 30 visits. And I want to go through the list of running backs that I think that they brought in and that they might want to bring in.
Okay,
and if we could just kind of just go through them and tell me what you know on them. And I'm not sure which ones, this is the ones that I would think that they would want. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
That these would be ones that I would think
I have
that they're interested
few names
in.
that I like, but I'm curious to see what your names are.
Well, I believe, let's start with Jonathan Brooks from Texas.
Right.
Okay, I think they brought him in, didn't they?
They did bring Jonathan Brooks. As we know, he's coming back from an ACL. It was a clean ACL tear, no other ligament damage. Dr. Cooper, their team doctor, is the one that did the surgery. So it's a natural fit for Jonathan Cooper.
Okay. And where do you see him being picked?
Well, Jonathan Cooper is going to be a second-round pick. He will not fall.
No, Brooks.
Jonathan Cooper is...
No, Jonathan Brooks.
Jonathan Brooks is a second-round... Sorry, brother. Is a second-round running back. So, he's going to go in the second round. Yes, you will have to take him. He may not make it to... He should be there at 57, but, it's going to be iffy if he's there.
Okay, so
I think Trey Benson will go first, but that's just me.
I was going to say, where do you place him?
Yeah, Trey Benson, 1 on my board. It's funny, like you look at a lot of these draft sites, and Trey Benson's sliding. There's no way in heck a 6 foot 216 speedster who who is unbelievable is going to drop. He's going to be the number one pick. Jonathan Brooks should go number two. Now he may drop if somebody else is really, you know, it, I mean, I think Dallas will be smart to take him in the second round, but I I would have to trade down to do so. I would have to trade out of the first round pick. I don't want to take a running back
In the
as
first
my
round.
second overall pick. I just don't. I mean, I'm sure we'll get into other positions, but we're hearing a lot of buzz about other positions. So,
Okay. Well, the consensus want for everybody seems to be Trey Benson for the Cowboys
I don't know
nation.
what they feel about him. The exciting thing is they brought him in. I
Mm-hmm.
don't know how they feel about Trey Benson. Me and you could sit here and say how much we love a player, but if they don't like him or the idea of him, then they may like somebody else. You know,
Okay. All right.
I'm
So
just
you got Trey Benson one, Jonathan Brooks two.
yeah, yes, and then it gets to me that's the easy part, Mark. After that, then it's pick your flavor of ice cream. There's some dynamic guys. Where I do know of a few people that they brought in, but
Mm-hmm.
really these next names you could take in any real order. If you like the
Okay.
guy, don't wait, take him.
All right. I think
So
they
after the
brought
first
in
two.
Braylon Allen,
Braylon Allen.
mm-hmm,
He's a
Wisconsin.
big boy, 6'1", 235, but he
That's a
has,
bruiser.
but he's not. He is. I mean, he is, but he's not what you think. I'll be curious to see if they like him. He's a taller back,
But they brought him
runs a
in.
little more upright. He's not everybody's flavor. He's a hot name, but I don't know if the Cowboys like him. I like him. I do. I don't think that he would be my number one or number two or number three. I do like Braylon Allen, though. Yes, but do
So
they? I don't know.
so far we're talking about all of these guys actually bigger backs.
Yeah. Yes.
Okay. How about Bucky Irvin from
Bucky
Oregon?
Irving, I'm not in on. It's 5'9", 192. He's got great balance. He kind of reminds me of a little bit slighter Emmett
I was
Smith.
going to
I
say
know,
that's in
oh,
this
Emmett.
list. Okay.
But he doesn't, he always gets caught from behind. Not the most, so did Emmett. But yeah, I think that's why they brought him in to look at him. He's very intriguing in that manner. Not really enamored as him as a main. Listen, do we need a three down back? No, but I personally am out on Bucky Brooks. But um, he's got good balance, he great feet. So surprised that they brought him in.
Okay, and I think Jalen Wright is the other
Dalen
back
Wright,
they
there you
brought
go,
in.
5'10", 210.
Uh-huh.
This guy is a speedster. He's electrifying. Jalen Wright is the real deal, people. They brought him in, and I think they like him. So should be very, very interesting to see if he's on the board, if they actually take him.
Okay, now I think all five of those guys were guys that they brought in or were planning on bringing in. I may be wrong on that,
I
but
mean,
a
Jalen
couple.
Wright is a dynamic running back prospect who brings a complete mix of speed, agility, and football acumen to the table, positioning him as a standout player in this year's draft.
And where do you place him?
Jalen Wright, you'd have to get him probably by third round,
Okay,
maybe fourth round. Got to remember, we're at the bottom of the round, assuming we stay there. If you want a guy that bad, you might want to take him. If you like him, you might want to take him in the third as opposed to the fourth round. Average, he has, I think, in the 80s. So you tell me, that's like second round, but, we'll see.
okay, all right. And guys that they'll bring in, I don't know, or should possibly bring in, Jace
Oh
McClellan.
yeah, yeah, yeah. Jace McClellan, he's like a bowling ball out of Alabama. I like the guy a lot, and he would be a good guy to bring in a stable type situation. I like Jace McClellan a lot. I do. Out of the
Imali Bailey from
Yeah, I
TCU.
don't know much about Imani Bailey at TCU. He's a very short guy. Don't we have a short guy already? He's five
Deuce.
seven. He's 5'7"
Was
with
he hanging
heels.
out with
So,
Primetime Phil today?
yeah, I know. I just got a text. Him and Primetime Phil are hanging out in South Florida.
Yeah.
Me and Mark are here in the East Coast. Is sucking it up, I guess. But
I'm not
yeah,
complaining
no,
today. The
thank you
weather's
on
nice out.
Imani Bailey. Again, the 5'7" in 198.
Yeah, we've
I
been
mean,
there. Okay. And Rasheen Ali from
oh,
Marshall.
Ali, Rasheen Ali. Yeah, Rasheen Ali. I believe he's out of Marshall, if I remember correctly. 5'11", 206. Don't know much about him. So again, that would be those last two guys are late round guys that you know,
Yeah.
nothing early on.
Okay,
So
so which ones of these backs do you think would be able to help the Cowboys?
I like Marshawn Lloyd. If you're going to go short, Marshawn Lloyd at a USC is explosive, 5'8", 220, unbelievable. But I just wanted to throw that name out there. Marshawn Lloyd at a USC. I have heard a few people talk about the running. What's his name? Frank Gore Jr. I don't know. I don't know. He's a real small for me. But what was the question? Which one
Which
would you
ones of
want?
these? Yeah, which one of these guys you think they're going to be a plug in and play day one?
Well, it wouldn't be Jonathan Brooks because he may be ready by the start of the year. They brought in Brooks.
That'll
If I had my pick, it would be Trey
that,
Benson out of Florida State,
yeah,
followed by
Jalen Wright.
Jalen Wright. Yes, those two guys would be a plug and play situation. I
Okay.
really like. Now, Blake Corum is not my cup of tea out of Michigan. Some people love him. I don't. I would be happy with Trey Benson, Jonathan Brooks. Braylon Allen is an acquired taste. Some people love him. Some people are like, oh, he runs too high for the NFL. Uh, I don't know. I like him though. Jalen Wright, he's been into Dallas. I don't know much about Ray Davis out of Kentucky. If anybody knows, let me know in the chat. Marshawn Lloyd is explosive. Give me one of those guys right there. Just we can get one. It's not hard, Mark. We can definitely get one of these guys.
Okay.
But just remember, if we're taking one in the top 2 rounds, then we're going to be taken away from linebacker that we need. This is why we got to trade down. But best case scenario, we trade down a couple of times. Pick our first pick in the 30s and maybe trade down. Just rack those pickups. I want to see a lot of 50s, 60s, 70s, 80s, 90s picks. That's where we're going to get all these guys. So
Okay.
that's my educated opinion on the running backs.
All right. Well, what we'll do is we'll do some other ones as well, and we'll look back next time at the linebackers because, of course, that is another major area of need as well as offensive line. So, my
Big
man, game
time.
time. You're over 7,000 now, aren't you?
I am. I'm almost at
God.
7,200. Yes.
I can start looking in the rearview mirror because I think you're coming up here to pass me real quick, kind of like that wide receiver. That Lamborghini is flying. Oh, just don't crash, bro. Just don't crash. All right, good people. Make sure you check out my man, Game Time Brian. And we will definitely be following through here. And we will be at the draft on location. So definitely like, comment, and subscribe to my man, Game Time Brian, as well as myself. So that way we can bring you the best coverage on the NFL.